coming home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired with yesterday. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired with yesterday.
Take me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night, teardrops on the floor. The pain is over, feel the darkness take control.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and put it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I've been slaved. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My team really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop. Got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip lock.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the 409 podcast. I'm your host, as always, Anthony, and with me today, I'll let them introduce themselves because I'm lazy.
I mean, obviously you got me, shit, because I'm always here in it pretty much.
Me, Catherine.
So, and I'm here as well.
I should have brought the pineapple with me.
No, it's fine.
So,
I did have
Anyway.
suddenly decapitated it.
a little bit later we'll talk about Redbubble. They are, shall we say, important in the production of this week's episode of the podcast. So, the name of the podcast this week is We're All Exhausted. Something pretty big happened at the weekend, from what I'm told.
I mean,
And it
from
wasn't-
what you were told.
Yeah, from what I'm told.
Mm.
So, we just had the Extra Life game day at the weekend, and the first thing I want to say is well done to Stuart and Catherine for getting our stream put together in what would be said was
Short notice.
pretty limited circumstances and pretty quickly.
And very short notice.
We managed to rope a few people in at the last minute.
Yeah.
So thank you for those people who came up from
So who was it again? We had
over
Ben, what's his surname?
there. Ben and Anderson.
Ben Anderson, you got Jack Tovey.
Toby,
You've got Liam
Morgan Mason. Was
Manson, I think it is. Masson.
Manson.
Masson,
I can't
Manson.
pronounce it.
Son.
Liam Bowdit, and then the two of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Three
big
people.
congrats
from-
to everybody who's involved, not only from 409'd, but just everybody in general. We done quite well ourselves internally. Our aim was to get to 500, and we broke that. We got to what 550.
550. Well, our overall
Well-
stretch was 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall goal internally we wanted to reach was 500 because that gets, and it's not the main thing, but it does get you a medal, which is nice.
And we had no idea what our capability was,
Yes.
so it's better to set the bar high rather than absolutely smashing it and then having to come up with ideas afterwards.
Yeah, because the problem is, and it's the reason why I chose 1,000 as a total stretch goal, because if you go too low, you will smash it too easily in most cases. And and as Catherine said, we had no idea what our capability was. And to be honest, it was only...
Like Dustless kind of smashed his before.
he smashed this before thanks to a lot of people. And then we only smashed ours thanks to quite a fair few of the people in the RTE community Extra Life stream group tweeting it out.
But yeah, that's something else to mention is that, and it's pretty cool. It was mooted around for a little while that it was always the possibility.
Yeah.
But we were hosted for an hour on the RT community stream, which is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's more
We played
thanks to them.
Monopoly, that was fun.
We did, and to be honest...
Oh, and speaking of Monopoly, Demon Hunter got a
Very true.
Monopoly.
So basically
I'm getting
next...
that when it comes out.
So, on the 11th.
Comes out this month, doesn't it? It's November now, isn't
11th.
It's
Day
something
after
like
the
that. Yeah.
community stream. It's the day after the community
Right.
stream.
That's this
Sorry, the day
weekend.
after the community stream. The day
That's
after
4
the standard
days from
stream.
now.
Yeah, that's when it comes out.
Oh,
Day
rip
after
my
the RT
wallet.
stream. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was awesome to see.
It was a lot of fun to be part of as well and I'm glad that I was watching. Basically, what happened was I had one screen to run broadcast off, which if anyone has done broadcast, you will know is a horrific task in itself. So I was running one box on the top quarter, one box on the bottom right quarter. So it was basically a quarter of chats. So the Rooster Teeth chat was in the top right, and all I could see was people actually going, "We really appreciate it that you're reading the chat," which not a lot of other streams did. And it's a difference between all of them, because you've obviously got streams with 30, 50 people in them, and you've got streams with 5 or 4, like us. And I just thought it would be a good idea at the time to watch the Rooster Teeth chat, because it makes it more interesting and gives us something more to talk about.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, because that's where, for us in particular as a channel, that's where a lot of our viewers would appear from. They obviously, it wasn't a case of transplanting from one channel to another during the stream, but a lot of the people who were watching the RT community stream ended up seeing us for that hour. So it was definitely an option to sort of get involved with the people who were watching and make the stream that little bit better. Yeah,
and also as a fact as well that we were probably one of the few non-RT named channels.
Yes.
And there wasn't many. There was obviously some. So you have people like Team Oklahoma, who don't have RT in front of it, and that's dustless. You've got the Cartographers Guild. You've got who else we got?
Carbon.
You got Carbon. You've got who else we got? Rooster Buckeyes, which is not technically Rooster Teeth.
Big Bite, yeah.
Beta Cats. You've got Big Bite.
Well, Big Bite were also
they're
split with.
They were with Archie St. Louis, wasn't it?
Archie St. Louis, yep. And you've also got, who else was there? There was, where is she? There's one more.
No, I think that was it.
You've got Arcana Major.
Oh yeah, Arcana Major.
You've got.
Wasn't there something with cats in it?
No, I'm thinking of the blooming. I Tinkerbell. I Tinkerbell was another one. But there was definitely a few of them.
But yeah, there was a lot, regardless of whether or not they were branding themselves independent from RT or not.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people streaming, and there was a lot of people who were streaming who weren't part of the RT community stream.
100%. Yeah.
My favourite part, one of my favourite parts, was Chelsea, right?
Yes.
Mispronouncing your name.
Oh, God. You're right there, Anthony McKines.
I need a clip.
Oh,
right. So, on the off chance that Chelsea's watching, it's absolutely fine. We'll make up for this when I come into Austin at some point in the future. I'll definitely be there for RTX, but I'm hoping to get out over the next couple of months. So you can just buy me a drink and it'll be fine.
I can't even remember Chelsea's surname.
Atkinson?
Oh, you should just call her Atkinson. There you go. She called you McKines, you call her Atkinson.
It's fine. I am
Atkinson.
I'm completely happy with people's inability to pronounce my name. The number of times I've had people put 2 S's on the end of my name. Don't know why.
I've done it once, to be fair. I've done it once.
People keep putting an E at the end of Longford. It really annoys me.
And people spelling my name with a U. Just happens. You can't exactly mispronounce Stuart unless you're Michael McIntyre. It's the only time you could ever mispronounce it. Stuart.
But yeah, so it was a long time. It was 24 hours for you guys. It was 25 hours for RT. It was God knows how many for RT Florida. They absolutely killed it. But what I want to know is, you guys, what did you enjoy the most? And then anybody in the chat who was watching these streams that were taking place on game day. It doesn't necessarily have to just be RT, but any of the streams that were happening on game day. What were your big favourites? Let us know in the chat your sort of big ones, and there might be a giveaway at the end of the podcast.
Oh, really?
You could have, discussed it with us.
For what? What could the giveaway be, Anthony?
Well, we've got the humble stuff.
We have.
We've got loads of stuff.
I mean, this is not for giveaway. But I am just going to bring that onto screen.
The chicken that my dog decapitated.
This is quite possibly one of the coolest things
that
we've had.
If we ever get enough fish, that is going on.
No, it is. It's going on the wall.
I will say that on the stream this is flipped because you forgot to flip the.
Can do that now.
Just,
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm flipped as well. I
Hold
just
up.
realised that.
Hold up.
but
I'm flipping it.
yeah, so this is a really cool thing that RT sent out. They sent out basically a care package
need to get
for
the chicken
everybody
now.
who's streaming on game day as part of the RT community stream. It's still flipped, but it's fine.
No, what stream?
work through. There we go. It's been fixed. But yeah, so it was a cow chop
So this changed per group.
infographic, wasn't
This
it?
did change per group. So some of them got RT and some of them got cow chop like us. And quite honestly, I actually much prefer this design.
But yeah, so that was.
Who wouldn't like chopping up a cow?
I mean, I like beef, so.
Yeah, true. same.
But yeah, so this is pretty cool because it has a number of
Why
different
do you
people
couple?
from RT have all signed it and it was sent out to each of the groups, and that's a really nice thing to do for the
They
different
really didn't
community
have
groups
to
that were all
either.
streaming throughout the day.
They really didn't
Uh,
have to do it, and they sent it out and paid the customs as well.
I'm amazed how quickly it got here.
It got here within
I'm
4
quite
days of
surprised that-
sending.
I'm still waiting on stuff that I ordered from RT 2 years ago.
Waits on stuff 2 years ago. We get this in 4 days. Oh, it's probably because it was sent by FedEx, by the way.
Yeah, most likely.
They use DHL for everything else, and that's why.
But yeah, so the other thing that we'll talk about quite quickly is that, of course, we've had our streams. A lot of people have done their Extra Life streams, but Extra Life is not over.
No, it isn't at all.
This coming weekend is the, shall we say, the crowning achievement of Extra Life, and that is the RT 24-hour stream held every year, the week after game day, from 8 a.m. Central to 8 a.m. Central, and from Saturday to Sunday. It's going to be
It's around like
Messy.
2 p.m. for us.
it will be 2 to 2, isn't it? Yeah.
It was last year.
So if you get the chance, try and catch as much of that as possible. It's usually very, very well entertaining. They've talked about some stuff. I don't want to say too much because I don't know if I've heard stuff that they've not talked about yet.
Well,
They
They haven't
Uh,
talked about
Yes,
anything. So
They,
They've talked about I'm pretty sure they've talked on
The
off
ropes
topic
or something?
about the roller.
oh, that's been
roller.
talked about before. Yeah,
oh yeah, they
steamroller. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the road roller.
So you can just imagine the sort of stuff that's going to happen.
Nimble.
Bear in mind that one thing you do have to do is you have to watch the stream for anyone who's at RTX London, and remind everybody on the stream constantly throughout the night that Michael and Nick still have to get paintball shots.
And also remind everyone constantly throughout the night that they should crush a pineapple.
Crushing a pineapple would be a pretty cool idea.
To be fair, no, it's more the RTX Loaders pineapple. They will remember it.
Do they have a loner's badge?
Yes, I think one of them is given a badge.
Was they probably lost in transit back to the US?
Yeah, generally happens.
But yeah, so quick reminder with that. RT's big stream, 8 a.m. Central Saturday to 8 a.m. Central Sunday. Oh, my light's about to die. That's fine. We'll survive.
The phone just slid.
But yeah, so that's 2 p.m. Central or 2 p.m. GMT. Go ahead and watch it. But a lot of fun. 24 hours. Stay safe. Hydrate. Move around. You'll be fine.
Should we bring up their
Alcohol is
totals
a
so far?
liquid.
I think that was it on Extra Life.
What about the totals raised so far for Rooster Teeth and
Yeah. So
Extra Life first?
we get an email basically the day after with a fairly impressive number, and this is it was still going, so we don't know what it's been. This is from
Today.
have you got the number for today?
The RT number for today.
Oh no, I mean the Extra Life number.
Oh, no, I don't know that.
The Extra Life number's from the email, isn't it?
No, that's from the Discord on a tweet that they made.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure it was the same sort of number, but it's like a couple of days old at this point.
Yeah.
So if we want to pull up the amount that Extra Life has got in total, 8.8 million
And
over
now-
24 hours.
And I can add that you've got to remember that Rooster Teeth generally bumps theirs well into the million.
Yeah,
So they're easily going to push that to 10.
Yeah, the aim that RT has overall on the stream alone, so that's before merch sales, so they always do the pin set and the t-shirt and the poster and all that sort of stuff.
This year, it's a limited edition.
Yeah, so before all that, so just on the stream on its own, they're looking to do 1.25. That'll bring it above the 10.
And they'll still hit
Then
that.
when you include merchandising and stuff like that as well, you'd be looking close to $11 million, and that is unbelievable.
And then Rooster
That's a
Teeth
lot.
right now. Let's bring theirs up.
So they've got a bit of a head start, RT do, for the weekend, where the community over the 24 hours raised $102,000. It's up to 110 at this point, but still, that was a lot of money, and well done to everybody who was involved in the RT community stream. Well done to everybody who streamed on game day. We have been talking, myself and Stuart been talking about doing the stream again next year. We'll have much more planning.
I was sort of involved with that until I fell asleep.
Yeah, there's a surprise.
I'm tired, okay?
But yeah, so this has been a really interesting one. I personally wasn't heavily involved. In fact, I would say I wasn't involved at all. And no one ever did Jaeger.
Hey, Shaggy.
No one did Jaegers.
No one ever did Jaeger.
No, not yet.
But yeah, so
Another room.
it's been a lot of fun. I hope that Stuart and Catherine have enjoyed
That's it.
doing it. I hope everybody enjoyed watching it. But it's like I said, it's not over yet. Let's
I do have this here.
get RT over the 1.25 and let's do it for hashtag for the kids.
Anyway, let's bring back the
But
camera.
yeah, so now that Extra Life has ended on the discussion of the stream today, let's talk a little bit. So I saw that Chris put something in the chat earlier. Chris, are you still there? I'll give you a couple of seconds to make some sort of...
Don't worry, this isn't completely full. It's just a tiny little bit at the bottom.
Yeah, so he is still here. So I'm gonna do the thing just now,
What's
just
that
so that
thing?
you're aware. Just give me a thumbs up or something to.
You're going to have
confirm.
to wait a second, so vamp.
Yeah, probably. So it's been a lot of. This has been a really interesting time, you know. Right, we're cool. So. You may have noticed that the last month or so has been
said I didn't
pretty
know
devoid of 409'd cast in content, whether it is some of the solo streams or the podcast. And basically, some people have just needed some time away, need to recharge, and that's what's happening with Chris at the moment. He's had a lot going on in his life, just like we've just had with Stuart, and then Dan a little bit further back. So for the next sort of 2-3 weeks, Chris has just taken a little bit of a step away, recharge, and he'll be back soon with us on a far more regular basis. I hope he enjoys his time away and he comes back with some pretty interesting stuff to talk about, because if he doesn't, he's going to get his ass booted.
Can I stab him?
No, you can't stab him. That's
Oh.
too dangerous.
Even with the blunt
Blonde.
sword?
I'll whack him on the head then.
I like how if there was a home invader, Catherine would literally destroy them with blunt force trauma.
I would literally destroy. I have a pen knife as well.
Oh,
An
God.
IRL versus, that sounds amazing. You're allowed then. But yeah, so one of the things that, since we're talking about Chris, I'm going to step back, because Chris and I had a bit of a discussion about something before his last Monday stream. And I don't know if he actually talked about it, but basically, at some point, as yet undisclosed, the Anthony versus Chris versus
Alcohol.
Poke MMO will be returning at some point from start to finish. We're going to work out when to do it. It's obviously not going to happen like tomorrow, but it'll be coming soon, along with some really, really cool stuff.
Trust me, there's a lot of cool stuff.
We're
I have
in
an idea.
we're in pre-production for a lot of stuff, and over the next like coming weeks, that's when you're going to really begin to see some of the stuff that we're working on, sort of being talked about on the podcast, or even appearing as either streams or VODs.
And talking about stuff we have worked on behind the scenes, how about the merch?
Well, I wasn't going to.
But that's a segue, and I forced you now.
It wasn't a good segue though. I don't really want. Right. Okay.
How about we segue to my idea?
Okay, yeah, let's segue on to Catherine's idea.
Well, if we get people down to Southampton, the Hobbit have these, you know, the gladiator things.
What, the ring
Blow
battle
up.
thing?
Yeah, they have that out sometimes. I really want to try it, but I've always been too.
Well, you just break.
Catherine would literally
I'm
fall a
not that
millimetre
weak.
and just die.
I'm not the one that broke my arm wrestling someone at the Hobbit.
Oh
I
god,
know,
no, I've
I've
seen that in
people-
clubs as well, where people just haven't realised.
They were dead even, and
Do
then
they-
there was a.
Now, can I? I'll ask you that after the stream anyway. But yeah,
Right. So apparently, we've got some pretty cool merch available.
I just want to hit someone over their head with something.
Anyway, Anthony, what were you saying about really cool merch?
At some point, one of these days in the future, I'm going to be able to transition from the podcast to an ad read and then back to the podcast and not have to
Literally
stop.
hitting you on the head.
No, it will never happen.
Oh,
Anyway,
it will.
I'm going to bring in the graphics so
will
Anthony
jump
has
on
to
you.
start.
So I will admit that this was drafted about 3 or 4 months ago, so I'm going to have to jump over something. But I'd like to take a second to talk to you about Redbubble. Redbubble are an amazing service which allow you absolutely creative, amazing people out there to basically create your own styles and designs and upload and get them out there to the market. The service allows you to do any style of merch, from t-shirts and hoodies to deskwear and even duvets. Duvets. I cannot wait to see this duvet that's coming out.
Can I hit you with a pillow?
Okay, yeah, yes. Catherine can have permission to hit you with a 409'd very specifically, as long as you buy it,
Also,
Catherine.
we need
Yes, you have
one design.
If you
have
buy
to
the
it,
pillow,
you cannot requisition it.
yeah, if you buy the pillow,
I mean, I'm
then you
going to
can.
get it anyway.
She's
You
going
know
to
I
walk
am.
into the Redbubble offices.
Shut up.
Anthony's basically the Jeff.
That's it. You asked for it.
The 409'd store is powered by Redbubble, and they've done some pretty amazing stuff for us, including things that you should be able to see on screen, which is the 409'd Valley.
I can't mute Catherine.
why?
She's going to come back with a chicken. I just know it.
Redbubble's an amazing service who deal with everything for you,
Oh no.
and that means everything. That covers everything from merchandising and doing everything easy for small businesses, just like us. You have the ability to set your own pricing, and your dashboard clearly.
Catherine, for the love of God.
I fixed his head again.
To be fair, this is kind of Jack and
You can
Katie's
see
fault
how
for
much
sending
fur
this.
it's got on it now. It's actually becoming a chicken.
Do you know what? I'm happy that Redbubble didn't actually pay anything for this.
They would love this.
Stop.
I'm going to take a second to just talk to the camera here, because at some point advertisers will actually watch this section of the video, and what I'm going to
At
say
that
to you,
point, I've been hooking on the
advertisers,
podcast.
and I'm just going to completely ignore everything that
That
anyone
was the
says at the
dog.
moment.
That was the dog.
Advertisers,
Yeah.
if you pay for an ad, this is what's going to happen. I apologize profusely. I can only deal with so much, but please give us money in advertising and just ignore the stupid stuff that Catherine does in the middle of fucking ad reads. I
I'm
apologize.
not even
but
doing
we
it anymore.
need
That
your
was the
help.
dog.
Let's just come away from Yeah, agreed.
Catherine, for the love of God, please stop the dog.
Where is she?
I used to be so full of life.
It's not even Catherine. The dog's got hold of it.
Jack, Katie, this is all your fault.
The webcam's completely frozen. Anyway, get
Right.
it off the dog, please.
And everything's frozen.
Anyway, so here we go. We are going to transition back to talking about stuff that's been worked on in the background. And we're going to talk a little bit about a really cool event that's coming up.
Okay, I am going to dead it.
Please do. Go, Anthony, quick, while she's not here.
Yeah, right. We're going to talk about something pretty cool that's coming up. Next Monday, instead of having the Chris charity stream, because he's obviously not going to be with us for a couple of weeks, we're actually going to be doing a commentary on the Esports Industry Awards.
Which hopefully Anthony will be able to actually watch, because his internet's all right at the moment.
Well, the big thing is, first of all, I'm off on Monday,
Oh, snap.
and I'm not actually in until Tuesday night, so I've got the entire night. But second of all, my internet's absolutely amazing.
Right now.
And this is a story that basically comes down to me getting home an hour ago, or an hour and a half ago, turning on my computer and doing a speed test, and realizing I've actually got internet for the first time in 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years. But yeah,
Good internet
so,
at that. I'm kind of... See, I have a theory that your employers have basically just gone and put a cell tower in, and you just don't know. Like
over the last 24 hours,
Yeah.
a cell tower has just been built.
No, it's just appeared. It's just materialized.
Oh yeah, it's Dracula's castle from Castlevania.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
just
to be fair,
miraculously
talking
appears.
about the esports awards as well, I never realised you can still apply for press passes.
Yeah, but it's far too late for me to get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's the downside. I mean, maybe next year. Maybe for the next year we'll try and actually get there.
But
I'm not entirely
that's
sure
a
when it
sneak
is.
peek at something that we're looking to do pretty soon. No, it's
What,
not
Monday?
becoming an esports team. We're not that good. We're just
Really?
not that good at all.
November the
Sorry,
12th.
my internet died.
Probably, yeah.
No,
I didn't
I'm
even
telling
notice.
you it died.
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
so basically, it's at 7:30 p.m. the actual awards.
Yeah, so basically we'll probably go live about 7, and we'll just give everybody a quick introduction on the awards that are going up there, and the teams or the personnel who are up for the awards. Do a little bit of a recap on what's been going on for the year, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's something
Ooh,
we may as well say we're looking to get into
commentary.
doing esports commentary.
Both me and
this
Anthony
is
like it
Yeah, this is something that's been sort of in the
in the pipeline.
background of my mind for the last sort of 4 or 5 months, probably longer than that. But we're dipping our toe in the water with the awards,
Yeah.
and then we'll probably get a bit more in-depth stuff done, probably in the new year.
Yeah. I mean, I like commentary on esports anyway because it is a lot of fun. I'm trying so hard to ignore Catherine. It's kind of difficult. But the esports awards basically are a perfect example to try. I'm not entirely sure what the rules are on restreaming their show, but I mean, I don't think they're really going to mind.
I don't see any reason why it'd be a problem. But yeah, so check us out Monday, 7 o'clock until I think it's 9 o'clock,
Yes,
half 9, something like that.
Not very long.
But we'll do a little bit of a recap after it's done as well, so we might run on to about 10. And it'll be a lot of cool stuff that we get to see, and hopefully it is content that you guys enjoy. Because that's the most important part. But yeah, so that kindly transitions us into a really interesting question. So we're coming up to Christmas. We're, 6 weeks, 7 weeks away from Christmas? And this is usually the big time that games start to get released. So, quickly in chat, what is the game you're most looking forward to over the next sort of 5-6 weeks that's coming out? But I'm putting someone. I'm going to put someone on the spot. I'm going to put Catherine on the spot. What's the game you're most looking forward to? Spyro.
Why is my audio coming out my TV?
I
No,
really.
it's not.
I will admit that is a big one. Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, supposed to be released back in September.
Yeah, it got delayed.
Yeah,
They
it
wanted
was-
to make sure it was working properly and everything.
but yeah,
I'm sadly
Spiral.
looking forward to Fallout 76.
Yes, Fallout 76 would be really cool. I like some of the ideas that they have for that.
I need
But-
more alcohol.
Quickly, just jumping back to Spyro. Spyro is amazing. I remember playing the originals. In fact,
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
recently, probably about 5-6 months ago, went back and replayed the originals and 100%ed them.
I would
Uh,
if I still had them.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
can get them.
think
You can get
I
them on
have-
PlayStation 3.
I don't have a PlayStation 3.
Well,
I
buy a
have
PlayStation
PlayStation
3.
Buy
PlayStation
somewhere.
3 for 40 quid.
Why? I have a PlayStation 4. I only have one game on it and I haven't finished it yet.
Because Spyro.
Hold on, you bought a PlayStation 4 solely to play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So why won't you buy a 40 quid PS3 solely to play Spyro?
There's not
Yeah.
enough space on my desk.
Spyro,
See,
Something
you're
I'm
thinking
looking forward to.
horizontally, Catherine.
If I
Vertically.
could build
No
a
different
little
enough.
shelf,
Always
I
vertical.
want to build a shelf.
No, seriously.
need to
Like,
stack them on
okay,
top of
this
each other.
bookshelf behind me. When I move out, that will 100% be changed into just a cabinet of games consoles. That's what I want. I have too many things, like too many random things.
When I get my own place, I'm going to design it for me and not just... Mm.
but yeah, so, Stuart, how about yourself?
Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5.
Coming
I'm
out?
already out.
Persona
Are
3,
they-
PS4 on December the 4th. Persona 4, PS4 on December the 4th. Persona 5, PS4 on December the 4th.
So they're doing a remaster then?
Yeah, I'm presuming they're just chucking them onto a console for the sake of cash grabs. I'm not looking forward to it. I just thought it was funny. The one I'm looking forward to is the one I am looking forward to is basically the PTSD edition of Super Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers Ultimate. I don't I mean,
I'm not. I don't play Nintendo games all that often.
you've also got Just Cause
so-
4.
See, I was expecting something like Just Cause 4 to come.
At the end of the day, I mean, Just Cause 4 at the end of the day is literally just a sandbox. That is the entire point of Just
Yeah.
Cause. And
So
people call
they-
it Just Cause, they may as well call it Just Cause because that's literally all you do. You
Yeah.
do it because you just because.
Yeah.
Don't play the game.
The big thing, of course, we've already seen this year's Activision title be released. The stupid Call of Duty game that's actually really good.
And it's actually got a damn good.
It's difficult to accept that Call of Duty has become good again.
Yeah.
Because for so long I've been shitting on that series because it's been so
Here's
bad.
one. Here's one.
And
November-
now Call of Duty is good, and I cannot say it's not good anymore, and
Yeah.
it hurts.
Here's
It,
one.
It really hits me here.
Yeah. Because Blackout is actually fairly good.
I'll hit you with one of these.
I mean, so here's the point. Has anyone heard of a game called 1111 Memories Retold? I doubt you have.
No.
It is
doesn't
a game.
exist.
Because it does. It is made by Bandai Namco, and it is basically about World War One.
Okay.
So it's basically
How about
about.
I use this on your
Oh
lap?
my god.
Right,
basi-
Catherine, would you please focus? You are live on the internet.
I can't focus.
I shall mute Catherine. No, no.
Would you rather I got stupidly drunk?
No.
That would
I
shut
would
me up.
rather that you'd done your job.
What job? I don't have a job description. You give me a
She's got
job
a point.
description and I'll stick to it.
Okay, I'll type up a job description tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Anyway.
so Stuart, go ahead.
So basically, it's about. It's on the 11th of November, 1916. As far as I remember, it's 11/11 is Remembrance Day, isn't it?
11/11/18
Hmm.
is Remembrance Day because this year is the centenary. This is 100 years this year since the end of the First World War, since the end of the war to end all wars.
Yep. Or
Yeah, that
so
didn't
it was
go
meant
right,
to be.
did it?
Um,
And they're lighting a load of beacon things.
yeah, we've
No,
got one of those in
that's-
our town.
Beacon?
That's the scene from Lord of the Rings.
No, they're actually lighting beacons. I watched the news when I was semi-asleep on the sofa. They are lighting
The
beacons.
beacons of Gondor have been lit.
Fly, you fools!
Look it up.
Can I just say, the last
I
couple of
watched
nights,
the news one time and you laugh at me.
the last couple of nights I've been watching the two most recent Dragon Ball movies, Battle of Gods and
Yeah.
Resurrection F. But every time I'm going onto Netflix, it keeps saying to me, "You should watch Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring." I cannot watch a 3.5-hour movie at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Just like Netflix. It's just basically going, I want to ruin your life. You should ruin your life
There's
as
a
well.
PDF about it.
It's just Netflix is there to ruin everyone's day. And not in a bad way, just it's there to ruin your day by you realising that you can't actually watch it.
Yeah, it's been interesting though. But yeah, so we've had
I'm
some
not
pretty much
crazy.
whatever. Relax,
Carry on.
chill.
They're doing it in the National Trust as well.
What are they doing? Hang on. What the hell is... Oh, battle... Oh, right. Oh, yeah, no, it is
They're
beacons.
lighting beacons.
They always light the beacons.
The beacons of
I've
Gondor
never
have
heard
been
about
lit.
it before.
They always light the beacons. We have one...
Someone please just clip that.
The beacons of Gondor. Just all you just see is a line of stuff just going around the UK. And there's Gandalf for the last one. I would
And
love
we had
that
the
to be a
most
video.
beautiful guys just running down the street with animated lit torch.
God, I just really want, like, someone in the UK for that very specific moment to do that and have goddamn Ian McKellen light the last one. I'm sorry, I just want that to happen. It would literally be the best. And it would be the best respectful reference in the world.
I suppose it is a bit of an unexpected journey.
You had to, didn't you?
Oh my god, why, Catherine?
Quickly moving on. So we've had Call of Duty come out. We've also had a game that has been talked about for what, 3 years now? Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Finally making its debut. And it looks like a really good game. I've actually not had a chance to play it yet.
Chris
And
never
I
quite,
saw a dog get hit by a train in it.
an unpopular opinion here. I've actually not played the first one.
I've not either. Oh, thank you. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Yep, that's an intentional bad name.
Thank you, men too.
And how about Kmen?
Come on.
Stu,
Yeah, they
Stu.
tell
I don't know.
people.
Oh, CM2. That's a good one. CM2. That's a shortened
Math
version. of it.
problems.
Ah.
People do me when they're
We
high.
just
What am I?
read.
Math problems, yeah. You put a riddle. If anyone wants to go for it.
But yeah, so
Thank you either way.
Red,
you for the
Red Dead 2, Call of Duty, we've got Fallout coming, Spyro. No one has actually mentioned the new Pokemon game.
There's a new
Because
Pokemon
I
game.
don't play Pokemon.
The new Pokemon game, Pokemon Let's Go,
Oh,
gets
that
released
one.
on the 15th. Pretty interesting. It's something that I might look into doing something with in the future, just as a heads up to someone. But
Cool, Chris.
yeah, poor Chris. No, me and Chris will still be doing Poke MMO
Mm.
because it's such a really good idea that we have for it. And I hope you guys enjoy it when we actually finally get down to doing it, because it's not going to be easy, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Did we
definitely.
say did we say the new addition to our group?
No.
Did
It's
we?
it's more a behind the scenes thing.
So we've.
Well, they're still part of the group now.
I don't know if it was ever mentioned on a podcast. I definitely put out an announcement about it when it happened, and that was with regards to Joe leaving 409'd to go and work on his own channel and his own stuff. Basically, what we've done is we've brought in
Posted?
someone.
No, I
We've
didn't.
brought in an editor to work on some of our stuff. We've
Some
got
of the
some pretty
unannounced stuff.
interesting. I personally have got some pretty interesting stuff that hasn't been announced yet. That
I have a load of stuff that needs editing, and I have no idea how to do it.
And this is why
So
Sarah's-
basically, we needed an editor, and Sarah was interested. and she's basically joined the team. She'll focus mostly on editing a lot of stuff that's going to be done in the future. Some stuff that's already good to go. We just need to find a way of getting it onto something to download it from to edit it. But that's something
I
we're
need to
sure to work
get
out.
a net here rather than this. Well, I need this and a net so I can kidnap people.
How
I
is that
stab
anything
them
to do with
and
what
then I
we were?
kidnap them.
Look, this is the problem with Catherine, and even a small amount of alcohol, Anthony.
A goldfish
I was
has
like
more
this
of an attention span.
We're talking about a new person which means we kidnap them.
No, we didn't.
No.
Lead him, kill it!
No.
Death to the alliance!
Oh, okay, it was a reference to... Okay, that's fair.
No, it's not.
I know, please. Yeah. No, we're not kidnapping anyone. We're basically just going, would you like to do this thing? Yes. Okay. Sorted.
But it's far more fun if we say we kidnap them.
No, it's not more fun.
It is to me anyway. I need to get a net!
I always look forward to doing the podcast because I don't get to do it all that often.
Is
And
that
then this happens and it reminds me why I'm not back on for 4 months.
Is that a world, Stuart?
Is that
one
actually
of the
going to be a
12.
thing? Oh, God. Is that
It's
actually
one
going
of
to be
the
a thing?
12 worlds!
Are you actually going to not be back on for 4 months, Anthony?
I never know.
I mean, to be fair, considering your experience from today, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, it's completely fair. I don't understand why. I mean, we've had some really cool special guests. Shaggy's in the audience tonight. He was on the podcast at some point. I don't know why you keep coming back. Because I can't deal with it.
Daddy, a metal detector would not work on me. I have metal in my body.
Well, then it
You
would work
can't
on
get
you.
the metal out of me. I would just run headlong at people.
Okay, how about an
and thrust them with
electromagnet?
the metal in me.
Yeah, a
Oh, I
very
would
light
just grab anything.
electromagnet that only pulls the stuff that's on the outside of the skin.
Pen!
But yeah, so I
Swedish
don't
fish.
even know where. Do you know what? This has been such a big tangent. I have no idea where the hell we are.
We've literally
I'm
gone.
not
We have literally gone to Gondor right now. We have literally gone all the way to Bloomin' Mordor. We have entered Mordor where we shouldn't have entered it, and we've just stayed there.
I honestly swear, this
up to
is
no good.
not what I'm used to. I can actually do this. I can host a podcast. I can do an actual podcast. But when I'm surrounded by a Catherine who has the attention span worse than a goldfish, that's less than 3 seconds. Do you know how long 3 seconds is?
No.
That was 3 seconds. God! I'm sorry for anyone who's just had their ears blown out, but seriously.
Yeah,
Would
seriously.
you say I'm
Back
doing
on
a bit-
track, shall we? There's still 15 minutes of this podcast to go.
I will put a message. I will put a point out here to, to everyone in here. If we ever, for the love of, if we ever get a podcast in an actual studio, I swear to God, Catherine will literally be the voice in the background, just yelling random stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she
I
won't
like
anywhere
to
near.
make things a bit grim.
We have to stop
I'm
this.
honestly not drunk.
We have to stop this, Anthony.
I'm not even remotely drunk. I need more alcohol. Seriously, I need to shut up and drink.
Anthony, where you
Anthony's gone! More alcohol for me.
are? Anthony.
Yes, the rubber chicken.
I think
Without a
Don't worry,
wire.
I'm still-
Okay, good.
But yeah, so something I want to talk about because I have a bit of personal interest in it for, I believe, known reasons now. Achievement Hunter, the second episode of Achievement Hunter was released,
Oh, really?
Was it?
which means that we are
Fine.
one step
Where?
closer.
One.
One step
It released
closer to a
earlier
nicer
today.
one.
I have to watch it.
One step closer
That's
to
the
the best
podcast.
episode.
It released earlier today, so they were in Louisiana, once again,
Okay.
in DeRidder, Louisiana,
Oh, the Helen jail.
and
My dad's jail.
the reason that I have a particular vested interest in it is because I actually worked on one of the episodes. We're not far away. They keep talking about it being episode 5, so make sure to watch episode 5. It's the Hellfire Caves in High Wycombe. It was lots of fun. That particular week, I'll probably have to make sure I'm on the podcast to talk about it because
But Anthony, is this the wide
They all
shot?
drugged it.
But is this the wide shot? Is this the
I
white
don't get
shot?
it.
I don't get it. No.
Right. I'm pretty sure Stuart is the only one that knows this because he's the only person I've talked about.
Oh no, it's
but
it's just the fact that they have it
basically,
in the bloopers.
This,
So if you watch the bloopers for the first episode of Achievement Hunter, there's a particular scene that's shown where I believe it was Jeremy
It was Jeremy.
yelling, "Is this the wide shot?"
And it was in response to Jeff basically shouting because he didn't know what shot he was on. He was like, "You got a microphone right on you," and it's just like, "Is this the wide shot?" in the background, and it was the blooming most hilarious thing in the world.
wait a minute. Oh shit! I actually got cramp in my foot.
The reason that I was so deflated by that statement was this is apparently a running joke. It happened on a number of occasions when I was working with them, and it's obviously intended as a joke. I didn't get the joke until I saw those bloopers.
And it all started in Texas. Yeah.
I didn't start in tech. No, it did, because the first episode was... Oh god, where was the first episode?
It was Texas and Louisiana, wasn't it?
Your mum? No.
Anthony, carry on.
But yeah, so Achievement Hunter is going to be really cool. I cannot wait for everyone to see episode 5, The Hellfire Caves. It has possibly the best line of dialogue you will ever hear, but I cannot see it. At least until the episode's out.
So there's nothing grim about it, is that?
Oh no, it's funny as hell.
Hmm.
Or at least the bits that I saw. I didn't get a chance to see the actual ghost hunt, so I'm looking forward to seeing the results.
Oh, so I'm presuming you were runner on one of the. I'm presuming you were runner on the part that was basically the intro.
Yeah, so basically the way that the episodes work is they've got a story time where they do a bit of reenactment of...
Which is basically filmed in Texas.
Mostly, yes.
Unless, of course, you're doing the stuff like Jack standing in front of the grave, which was the blooming funniest scene in that first episode.
Yeah, so I will say that a lot of there will still be like the treehouse scene.
Yeah.
That is all shot in Texas. That's all shot at RT Productions in one of the hangars.
Basically.
But basically, a lot of the reenactment, if it can be done near to RT Productions, they do it. If it can't, then they do it on set when they finally arrive in location. And there was some pretty cool stuff filmed. You enjoy a lot of it. And I can't wait to see it myself. So I hope you guys enjoy it when you do see it.
Because generally stuff like that actually looks better on camera than with your own eyes.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, because obviously you have no idea what it's going to look like until it's on a camera and done and out of post, so...
But I can't remember, they've talked about it a couple of times. They had Daniel on an episode of GTA, the Achievement Hunter guys, where they were talking about Haunter. And then they done an off-topic from the treehouse, where they talked about Haunter as well. I say a bit, they talked for like an hour and a half. So I'm looking forward to it finally getting out and getting all 7 episodes of the season. And yeah, it'll be really, really, really cool, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, the stuff that I done was so insignificant.
It's basically the role of a runner. You are, if you're you're a gopher, essentially.
Yeah, I was a runner, so I was just running around doing everything that I could to assist anybody that needed help.
It's basically just, and seriously, as much as people say this is a stereotype, it isn't. Runners will make coffee a lot of the time, and they will go and pick stuff.
Making it, but it was definitely going and getting it.
They're a gopher. The literal term of a gopher. Where you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is from my degree and all of that, you will literally just be running around doing whatever you're told. That is a runner role.
Well, whatever you can.
Yeah. Whatever you're told,
it's not necessarily what you're told.
Use initiative.
If you see something that needs done,
yeah,
then you just jump in and do it.
Yeah. I mean, one of the best moments when I was a runner, and this is completely not how this works in any professional shoot, but I was running at one point, and I sort of just, and over the course of the shoot, I kind of just turned into the lighting director, and I don't know how. just sort of, I went from being a runner, going and doing stuff, until I was just basically sorting out the lighting, and it was weird. But that never happens in actual shoots.
No.
That was very weird. But running role in general is a lot of fun, but it's bloody tiring.
I like how Anthony's the one unprofessional one who hasn't set their status to away or streaming or
Or he just can't be bothered. I mean, that's fair.
I mean, it's not like it really affects anything.
Well, I mean, why would it matter? Because you're not getting any notifications coming off my screen or anything like that.
You get on mine.
No, but
It doesn't matter.
I can hear an echo.
That's your end.
Oh no, that's just because I don't have headphones on, so you're hearing yourself through the TV.
I can't hear
we
it.
could hear a notification.
No, I can't hear that at all, Anthony. It's just Catherine's end.
I don't have a notification noise.
Anyway,
You might be hearing the supposed fire alarm that's gone off.
No, I keep hearing an echo
is.
of my
It's
voice
literally going-
sometimes.
in every few seconds, not few seconds, but every sort of like 5 minutes, all you just hear is.
I can't hear that.
I have no idea.
But yeah, so for anyone who's interested, High Wycombe, the Hellfire Caves, go ahead and head down there. It's pretty narrow, pretty small, so just be careful. Duck your head down.
Take a wheelchair.
Don't do what I done and sprint up and down it about 10 times in a day because
it hurts.
it's a steep incline, and I'll tell you, the Hellfire Caves, cold as fuck.
Ironic, really, considering their name.
Yeah.
Isn't Hellfire actually meant to be cold?
I think Hellfire is meant to be cold.
But yeah, Hellfire Caves, I'm fully expecting it to be like 25, 26 degrees.
Toasty.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely freezing. This was right after RTX London as well. Still like sort of September. It's not like what it is just now in November.
The Hellfire
I could have
Caves.
sworn somewhere I read that Hellfire is actually meant to be cold fire.
The Hellfire Caves are quite possibly some of the creepiest caves in the entirety of this country.
They've
have
got a good story to them. That's
Like,
all I'll say.
And to
That's
be
all I
fair,
can
being
say.
let into the Hellfire Caves on your own is impressive. They must have had to do a lot of planning to get access to the Hellfire Caves.
Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into Haunter. They've talked a little bit about it. There's lots of prep, which is why it's such a difficult show to do in the first place. But please, if you are not already a member on the RT site, go ahead and set up your first membership and make sure that the people who make the decisions know that the reason you're doing it is for Achievement Hunter, because I'm looking forward to there being a season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we're only into the second episode of season 1, I'm looking forward to there being a season 2. But yeah, so we have
Unlike Sports Ball.
Sports Ball's back.
No,
Sports Ball's back, bitches.
And it's been cancelled again.
It's not been cancelled.
Yes, it has.
No.
Yes.
That's a
Go to his Twitter. Go to his Twitter. Seriously. Do it. Do it right now. I think I'm broken, Anthony.
Poor Anthony. You needed chicken.
It's the
Sorry
mid-
if I hurt someone.
It's not even week 8.
I know. It's already cancelled.
You need
It's
a
not
heads
even
up.
week 8 of the NFL season. How can you cancel?
Anthony, I'm finding it. Hang on. What's
Heads
his
up,
name?
guys. Spoiler.
Tyler Coe. So, November 6th. It's closing time for Sports Ball. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I think Anthony is officially broken.
Sit down and
He's literally just sat there.
Let's all sit, point and laugh.
Okay.
Matt, I know that you don't like me begging you to bring Sports Ball back because it was like all we talked about in 2016 for 3 days. But bring Sports Ball back!
This is a grim, not a chicken.
Yeah. I mean, Anthony, I'll put it in the
It's not
chat.
a grim chicken either.
There you go.
It's just grim.
It's in the stream chat.
Matt, please bring Sports Ball back. I really enjoyed that show. And not because Tyler was extremely uncomfortable working with me and Khalifa.
Was
I
it?
miss the pack.
The patch exists in Glitch Please. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. It just it's named
can't
different.
stand it.
It's the exact same. It's the exact same thing.
But
Do you
it
know
will
what
never
isn't the
be
exact same
patch.
thing because it doesn't exist anymore? Fucking sports ball.
It will never be the pack. Because that was
because it's
Ryan,
Glitch Please.
Josh, and Ashley. And sometimes Meg, but she's not there anymore.
Oh my god. Sports Ball is cancelled again.
Sports ball. It only just came back. How could you cancel it already? The amount of time and effort that everybody put into that show, whether it's Tyler, with in fact, no, hold on, it's been even longer than that. It was before RTX because it was 5/17. It was 17 weeks ago. It was 4 months ago. How could you cancel after 4 months? We're in the middle of the NFL season. We're at the end.
You know what, Anthony? Maybe someone else should start up a new sports ball. And that's a hint.
Okay, Tyler, I love you. I really
Daddy,
love you.
you do that.
You do
Hang on, I'm putting
amazing
Anthony
thing.
full screen for this.
You're find out what you need to do to get sports ball back, and we will do it.
Even if
Okay.
we have to do it.
Sports ball is amazing. You do an amazing thing. You've got an amazing team working behind you. Everybody at broadcast done a lot of really hard work to make that show a thing. Whether it is the edit, I mean, that show gets turned around in 24 hours. People don't realize that show gets turned. It is recorded first thing on a Monday morning, and then it gets released 24 hours later. Do you know how difficult that is for the broadcast department?
I'm not going to lie, that's probably why they've cancelled it.
Yeah, it's kind of poor planning.
No, the problem is it's not poor planning. I
Oh,
know...
is this stuff only come out on Monday?
Look, I know how hard it is to get stuff turned around in a day. It's near impossible, especially if you record it live and on multicam. And I'm sure that Michael Lindblad or Nick Schwartz can tell you the exact same thing. It is very, very difficult. The show may not have got bad ratings. It may literally be down to the amount of time and, for want of a better word, because of like today, manpower.
We're going to run over on this podcast solely because Stuart, I want you to try and find a graphic that you'll need to probably try and find the archive for the broadcast panel on Friday morning from RTX Austin
Yeah.
this year, because there's a very interesting graphic on there, and I'm going to vamp for the next 5-10 minutes
do
for you
it.
to find it, because this is something that definitely deserves being talked about. You're about to see a graphic at some point over the next couple of minutes
If I can find it, remember.
of everything that the RT broadcast department is involved in.
Oh god, I've seen this.
And
What
this
does
is not-
OT mean?
No, wait.
This is
Sorry.
not necessarily on a week-by-week basis. This is annually. The amount of stuff that they work on, whether it is completely hands-on or just through
hall
review
was it in?
process and so on. It would have been probably Ballroom 9,
Thank you.
Meeting Room 9.
Let's see if they've got this VODed still. Unlikely, but...
But yeah, so
Hang on, I'll keep trying to find it.
if you try and list everything that they're involved with, it is unbelievable. You've got the standard stuff, the stuff that's done every week. Podcasts, off topic, on the spot. Then there's Glitch Please.
Was it
Then
17 or
there's
18?
Then there's all the post shows 2018.
Thank you.
Then there's all the post shows on top of that. So you're already looking at 8 shows that they are solely responsible for. Then you've got the series stuff, Heroes and Halfwits.
When is that coming back? Is it coming back? I really hope it's coming
You're going to
back.
have to give me a second.
Probably will be at some point. They had their hand in Hardcore Tabletop. They they've done. They were involved in so much, and yes,
got
I can
less-
understand it's
That's not-
difficult, but there was some stuff that they've been involved in that I would put sports
Hayes
ball
is on
above. I mean, do you know what? This is how much I loved sport.
Damn it. Peter Hayes has only got the 2017 panel.
is the fucking sports ball shirt.
Where is this panel? The fact that Peter Hayes has not put up the broadcast panel for 2018, I'm disappointed in Peter.
Right, we're not going to find it, but
I'm finding it. No, I'm finding it.
I'm extremely
I have
disappointed.
my own sports ball.
Extremely disappointed that once again it's been decided, and I'm hoping that something has happened somewhere else, and it's nothing to do with RT. And just please give me sports ball, please, Tyler. I mean, I love you, man. You know I love you. We've been
That's fun, Terry.
we've been kicked out of parties. We were the last people to leave the platinum party last year or the year
Right.
before.
One quick question. I've just seen Dustless is hosting us. Dustless, if you are in the chat, please could you ask Michael if there is any record of the list of stuff they are involved in?
Why
It was
did
a-
we not
it was a
get a
graphic.
notification?
It was a graphic that was shown like right at the start of the broadcast panel on Friday, and it was huge. It had so much stuff on there, and I hope that someone can find it because it shows the amount of stuff that they guys are involved in, and they do amazing stuff. And I just wish that one of the things that was on there on a more regular basis once again was going to be sports ball. I hope that what they're going to do is at least get to the end of the NFL season because
Unfortunately, no, they cancelled the episode before it even went out. Which is unfortunate. Like, I want
See,
to
that
find
just
this.
reminded me. Playing Monster Day or whatever, Monster something or other, on Jackbox, that was probably the highlight of RTX.
RTX Austin 2018. VODs.
What?
I think Anthony's just broken. Anthony is
let's
based...
raid.
He's broken mentally, can I break him physically?
No.
Let's raid.
Let's raid. Who do you
Don't
want to
live
raid,
it.
Anthony?
I don't live it.
Tyler, please do what you can to bring back sports ball. I'll talk to you about it when I get to Austin.
It probably won't come back. That's what's so sad about this.
I
Anyway,
know roughly where you live.
I'm genuinely heartbroken.
considering you didn't know about it either.
I'm like, this is genuine heartbreak. I can. You just came back.
And on that lovely note, let's end.
You just came back.
Would you say it's a bit of a grim note?
No, it isn't. It's terrible.
Oh,
Catherine,
Anyway.
this doesn't laugh on matter.
would you?
This is a serious matter.
It is a very serious matter. Hey, maybe you should
I
just
have
tweet
no
him
idea
about it.
what's going on. I still have some chocolate.
Right,
cake
Anthony.
left.
I'm going to clip this. Catherine, don't talk.
Oh, but
Anthony.
I love talking.
I'm going to basically get Anthony
Okay.
full screen, and he's going to make a message for Tyler. Hang on.
I'm just gonna scoot down here.
I'm just going to get Anthony full screen, and you're going to do a message to Tyler, and I'm going to clip it, and I'm going to tweet it to him. Ready? You're up.
Right, to start with, fuck you, Tyler. What the hell's going on with sports ball? Let's bring it back, man. I love you. Bring it back. Fuck you, Tyler.
Cool. Anyway, let's go raid. So we're going to raid Limit. I'm going to set them as the raid.
Woohoo.
Mostly because they're the only people on and we have no other choice.
Yes, because I will kill you.
It's been a lot of fun, guys, having the podcast back once again. We will see you all on Monday for the industry awards for esports. But on top of that, we will see you again next week for the podcast.
Yay, bye.
Bye bye.
Wait for bye.